Mirchi FM is #1 in Singapore.
I love Mirchi FM, it's so hot.
Deke me lala, kai me hi. Tangi taupo me.
Mirchi FM is hot.
Here at Rugby Town, Singapore, love listening to Mirchi FM. Mirchi FM is hot.
Mirchi FM is #1 in Cuba.
It's hot. Mirchi FM, bau julung julung.
Mirchi FM, it's hot.
In this bulletin, 2 senior civil servants resigned to contest September elections. After many years of planning, Navua to be finally declared a town. And Fijian President Ratuepeli Nalatikau continues tour of Europe. Good evening, I'm Jackie Spate and this is FBC News. 2 senior civil servants have resigned to join the Fiji First political movement. Colonel Pia Tikondonto and Commander Choweli Thawaki have been farewelled from their government posts. Edwin Nunn reports.
Colonel Pio and Commander Thawaki intend to contest the September elections under the Fiji First banner. During his farewell, Colonel Pio reminisced about his time at the Prime Minister's office and the changes he's been able to bring about.
The satisfaction is that I think that when I leave, I actually leave the office better than when I joined it.
Tikondondoa joined the PM's office in 2009, leading a number of reform programs and national projects under the ministry. He says he's tried always to meet the aspirations of Prime Minister Vorengiam Bainimarama.
Everything that government in Fiji is about, we are supposed to be representing. We should be up there with our best foot forward. And always that it's a challenge a lot of the times to try and make people believe that we are the best in the lot.
Commissioner Western Commander Choweli Thawaki has seen the division through some hard times. Floods and cyclones tested the people of the West.
Unlike in 2009, the whole of Nandi was in chaos, and also in the Western Division. By when cyclone events came in, the people, even though the warning was going, the people had take initiative to go into evacuation centers and take shelters.
Commander Thawaki feels there's a lot still to be done. Choosing politics has been a tough decision.
I would like to stay on as a divisional commissioner for another term of 3 years. Unfortunately, I've been asked to resign from this post and to apply to contest the election.
Fiji First will announce some candidates soon. Colonel Pio and Commander Thawaki are expected in the lineup. Edwin Nand, FBC News.
Navua will officially be declared a town tomorrow. The declaration will be done by Prime Minister Vorengiam Bainimarama after he opens the new Navua hospital at Naimelimeli. Chanel Sivan reports.
Discussions to declare Navua a township have been ongoing for some time now, including a recent political meeting.
Navua had been listed to be noted as a township. Now, so many governments came, gone. What is the plan for Navua with Bainimarama government?
At that time, the acting Minister for Local Government and Fiji First General Secretary, Ayaz Syed Khayyum, told Navua residents this will be done soon. According to the Provincial Administrator Serua, the event is tomorrow and the main road leading into the township will be closed from 11:30 a.m. to 2 p.m.
Prime Minister will be coming to Navua to declare Navua to its township status. And that will be preceding the opening of the Navua hospital at 10 o'clock. The actual declaration of the Navua town would be at around 12 noon.
A special administrator will be appointed at a later date.
This is just declaring the Navua town to Navua township status, and the other processes will follow thereafter. The actual town council will not be appointed as yet. we will go through the process of finalizing the scheme plan and all other processes with the town and country planning, and then only the council will be appointed.
Meanwhile, a new market and bus stand location has also been identified, and relocation will take place at a later date. Chanel Shivan, FBC News.
Fijian President Ratu Epeli Nailatikau is on an official visit to Geneva, Switzerland. Ratu Epeli was in Glasgow last week, attending the opening of the Commonwealth Games, and headed over to meet Fiji's special representative to Geneva, Nazat Shamim Khan. Eleanor Tarangaivu reports.
The newest of Fiji's missions overseas, the Geneva Embassy, is barely 2 months old. The Fijian head of state visited the mission as part of his official duties to visit all Fiji embassies abroad this year.
It is by far one of the most important missions because it complements the mission that we have in the United Nations. And as you pointed out, if we work together closely, we should be able to cover everything that we need to, that is important for us and the Pacific.
The Geneva mission is headed by former High Court Judge Nazat Shamim Khan, who had lots to fill the president in on.
Our foreign policy is that we are friends to everybody and enemies to none. And so therefore we really hope to maintain a position whereby we vote and we make decisions on the basis of what is right, rather than doing anything which, we don't want to be horse trading on issues when the issues are important for Fiji particularly.
While in Geneva, Ratu Epeli took the time to celebrate Eid at Shamim's home amongst invited guests. From Geneva, the president plans to visit London, where he has a meeting with the St. John's Ambulance, the Commonwealth Ex-Servicemen's League, and will visit the Fiji embassy there before heading back to Glasgow.
I'll be seeing several heads of state there. I think the Australians will be there, and the New Zealanders, and several of the others.
From Glasgow, the president will return to Fiji, finishing a 3-week tour of the European continent. Eleanor Tarangaivu, FBC News.
Senior citizens have been reminded that they have a very important role to play come the September 17th national polls. Prime Minister Vorengen Bainimarama made the reminder during Senior Citizens Day and Eid celebrations in Nandi. Akosita Tale has the details.
Every Fijian has an important role to play when it comes to making sure that senior citizens are not forgotten. Their presence is significant as they have contributed to the development of the country.
Well, senior citizens are very important in the society because they teach us good values and religion so that we follow.
This celebration is very important because we the senior citizens are recognized on this special day.
I'm very happy that senior citizens have taught us what to do and what not to do. I'm very thankful for them.
Today's celebration really means a lot because Senior Citizens Day is celebrated together with Eid. And as you can see, it has brought people together from every faith and religion.
The Prime Minister told more than 100 senior citizens today to remind the younger generation of how far Fiji has come over the last 8 years.
Tell your children and your grandchildren, your nieces and your nephews, what Fiji was like then compared to what it's like now. Tell them your own stories. Tell them, help them understand the darker periods of the past so that they never may be repeated in the future. Please don't allow the old politicians to rewrite history for us.
The Prime Minister urged the senior citizens that it's time to speak the truth, as Fiji needs their input and advice with less than 50 days left before the country heads to the polls.
You come from a generation that never experienced true equality in Fiji. You remember when some Fijians were treated as if they were more important than others. When some were given more privileges while the rest were treated like second-class citizens in their own country and never had a sense of truly belonging.
More than 170,000 Fijians under the age of 30 are currently registered for the elections. This group are mostly first-time voters.
But as Fiji draws closer to 17 September, the elders have been reminded that many of these young voters have little recollection of what Fiji was like before 2006. Akusita Talei, FBC News.
Still to come on FBC News, farmers showcase produce in 2014 Agriculture Show.
Gold FM is #1 here in Sigatoka.
Gold FM is our favorite radio station here in Lautoka.
Gold FM is #1 in Nel.
I love listening to Gold FM in Ba.
We love listening to Gold FM, only the classic hits here in Suva.
Hear about bottled cola, you immediately think of gold. I'm Josephine Sabi and I love hearing Gold FM.
Gold FM, only the classic hits.
Welcome back. This is FBC News. A direct contacts mission from the International Labour Organization will be visiting Fiji in October to investigate claims of serious violations of workers' fundamental rights. The complaints were made by the Fiji Trades Union Congress. Fiji's permanent representative to the UN in Geneva, Nazat Shamim, told the president during a meeting in Geneva that Fiji should work with the mission.
As a result of a complaint made against Fiji at the ILO, a direct contacts mission will be visiting Fiji in October. And our approach in this mission is that we cooperate with the direct contacts mission. We work with them to make sure that this is an inclusive process and we ensure that all goes efficiently. And we've already worked with the Secretariat of the ILO to identify appropriate dates.
The mission will report their findings in the ILO governing body meeting in November. Employment security and electrification were two issues brought up during the Fiji First campaign in Viriavatuanga last night. President Dr. Chico Luveni assured those present they will do what they can to assist those living in the squatter settlements. Vasita Kote Wasawasa reports.
Close to 100 people turned up at the Viria Methodist Church Hall in Vatuanga to hear from the Fiji First political movement. Many took the opportunity to raise employment issues with the various ministries they worked in.
Previously, those who were employed in the government ministries were given permanent employment. Now it's not the case. Contracts are given. Once it's done, you go home. This does not offer good security when you want to apply for a loan. Can you look into this?
For those of us who work at the PWD, we have suffered in silence because of our contracts. After 3 months, they let us go, and then after 2 days, they call us back in. Please, what do you think about this? Is this happening every other government department or only us?
This was done to lift up the standard of service delivery within the government sector. Previously, civil servants, whether they perform duties well or no, their pay increased every year. Now the government wants to lift the quality of government services to its people, which is why contracts are performance-based.
Another issue was the provision of electricity to squatter settlements.
Some people they got light there, some people we get no light there, but still we surviving without light. No street light, no light in the house, I don't know.
Yeah, you will see in some of those settlements the problem is because of the lease that you are holding. Maybe you haven't got the lease. But I was just talking to the Director of Energy today. They will look at those settlements because I told him if there is an agreement between yourselves and the energy people, FEA for instance, there is an agreement that when you move, when you have to be resettled somewhere, you know, that the right to that electricity, they can just remove it from and go back to FEA.
The party also assured the people last night that all Itoke land is secure and that the 2013 Constitution accommodates the rights of all people. Wasita Kote Wasawasa, FBC News.
The 2014 Agriculture Show got underway in Lambasa this morning with the aim of promoting local produce to curb our increasing imports. Agriculture plays a huge role in our economy, and the 3-day-long festival encourages people to see its benefits. Shireen Lata reports.
This is the 5th consecutive year the Agriculture Show has been running, and it's becoming popular amongst farmers from all walks of life. Farmers from various areas in the north who have been receiving support and guidance from the Agriculture Ministry, are part of this year's show.
Officers from the agriculture show in Lambasa came to our place and they told us how to do the farming, which crop should be produced in which season and how to go about doing it. They are very supportive.
I really need the support in regards to equipment and some of the things that will broaden up my product.
This year's theme, Sustainable Family Farming for Food, Nutrition and Livelihood Security, was derived from the Food and Agriculture Organization and reflects the importance of agriculture in ensuring a healthy and wealthy Fiji.
Agriculture is important because it affects everybody. And of course, everybody benefits from agriculture as well. And when I'm talking about agriculture, it includes fisheries and forests.
The Western Agriculture Show will be held at Govind Park in Ban next week. Sharin Lata, FBC News.
And Jamie joins us now with the latest in sports and some good news from the Commonwealth Games.
That's right. Today, Team Fiji bagged its first medal through 23-year-old weightlifter Apollonia Vaivai. Great achievement for the youngster, Jackie.
And I understand this is also her first Commonwealth Games event.
Yes, it is. And also interesting to note that Apollonia only took up the sport a few years ago.
That's awesome stuff.
Yes, it is. Well, we'll hear from Apollonia after the break. Also coming up, Suva Rugby Union stands in support of Nandranga Rugby's stance against the FRU and are calling on other unions to do the same. Stay with us for the details.
Mirchi FM is #1 in Singapore.
I love Mirchi FM, it's so hot.
Deke me lala, kai me high. Tangi tauwa me.
Mirchi FM is hot.
Here at Rugby Town, Singapore, love listening to Mirchi FM. Mirchi FM, it's hot.
Mirchi FM is #1 in Suva. It's hot. Mirchi FM, bo julum julum.
Mirchi FM, it's hot.
Welcome back to FBC Sports. As mentioned earlier, weightlifter Apollonia Vaivai has earned Fiji's first medal at the Commonwealth Games with a bronze in the women's 75 kg event. The 23-year-old, who only took up the sport in 2010, has now set her sights on an even bigger goal in the not-too-distant future. Talentao Dakadaka has more.
Weightlifter Apollonia Vaivai overcame all odds to scoop the bronze medal in the women's 75 kg. It came as a surprise as she went into the competition to improve on her personal best.
Before the games, I was a bit nervous and really don't know what's going to happen up there. After the games, I feel good and excited and feel blessed by everything that has been done. My expectation was just to do my PB. Feel good. Feel blessed by people saying to me, congratulations.
The former Holy Cross students' achievement has been hailed as a morale boost for the entire Fiji camp competing in Glasgow.
It was just really exciting to watch her do so. She came out feeling really confident. She looked really good on her lift. I was very hopeful, right from the beginning that Fiji would win a medal. And this has just really, boosted everyone up.
Former coach Joe Vueti says the 23-year-old has come a long way since taking up the sport 4 years ago at the Mbamba Jungle Gym in Levuka.
You just look at her, you know that she's got a very solid build and she's capable of doing anything in the sport of weightlifting. She started back in 2010, so it just took 4 years to achieve this bronze medal at the Commonwealth.
The soft-spoken lass has now set her sights on the Rio Olympic Games in 2016. Vaivai's medal win has reiterated the fact that anything is possible with commitment and sheer determination. Salendo Takatak, FBC Sports.
And in other Commonwealth Games results, in lawn bowls, Samuela Tui Kilingana lost his second match in the men's singles but will proceed to the fourth round tomorrow. The men's fours team beat Navua 21-6 but later lost to Scotland 17-15. The Fiji women's pairs team lost both its games to Jersey 17-15 and Kenya 19-15. The triples team, consisting of Radhika Prasad, Doreen O'Connor and Litia Tikoi Suva, beat Cook Island 16-12 but lost to New Zealand 21-11. In swimming, Caroline Pormao finished 6th in a 50-meter freestyle heat, clocking 30.37 seconds and has progressed to the semi-finals. The Suva Rugby Union is backing Nandranga's call for the Fiji Rugby Union to meet its contractual obligations. This was announced at a press conference by Suva Rugby Chairman John O'Connor today. Suva has called on other local rugby unions to support the stand made by Nandranga Rugby Union. Nandranga has threatened to boycott its Skipper Cup semi-final match and the upcoming Fairbrother matches if FRU do not fulfill its promises. Speaking to the media today, O'Connor says FRU should stick by the regulation.
We support Nandranga in terms of the issues, and we are calling on FRU to resolve those issues as quickly as possible by the deadline that Nandranga has given. And we hope that FRU will act and all the matters will be resolved.
The Fiji Rugby Union has still not made any statement on the matter so far in relation, and they will respond later. Meanwhile, the protest made by John Wesley College against Ratu Navua College at the Dean School's rugby is yet to be decided. The two schools drew 16-all during the quarter-final. Over the weekend, even after sudden death, Ratu Navua was declared the winner as they had scored the most number of tries in accordance with secondary school rugby rules. However, John Wesley claimed they should be winners as Ratu Navua breached rules by not playing the required number of games in their zone. Fiji Secondary Schools Association Rugby Union President Napoleni Silatolu says the rules for such match situations has been there for quite a while.
So there's a specific rules for IRB, for under 19 and lower. We can't play beyond those times that we have in our constitution. We ensure that we abide by the IRB rules with regard to time that they spend in playing. But those are our domestic rules. But those rules have been there from as far as 2005. I think the managers ought to read them, because the day before the games on Friday, each manager, team manager, were given a copy of the rule.
The Fiji Football Association has made some crucial changes to its technical department. This includes current national under-20 mentor Ravinesh Kumar taking up a new role as the acting technical director. Fiji FA says the changes are in line with the Oceania Football Confederation standards. Indra Singh has more.
Ravinesh Kumar, I think he deservingly...
After leading the under-20 team to the World Cup, Ravinesh Kumar now has a new role to go with his mentoring job.
Ravinesh is the Technical Director West, Regional Technical Director West, plus also he holds the position of Acting Technical Director till we finalize the position in 1 year after the performance and seeing of all the development officers and everybody in there. So this is what we have done, and it's an added responsibility.
GFA has confirmed these appointments, including all age grade and senior teams, to be looked after by these coaches. Patel says this is in line with the OFC requirements.
After consultation with the Oceania Technical Department and everything, we have decided to revamp the whole technical department and the way we're going to move forward with the developments and everything. And as you can see, there's a lot of progress happening.
The Fiji FA boss says they need to ensure all the work being carried out reaps the rewards.
At the same time, we are launching the Women's League. FIFA has given for the women's development and everything 240 sets of uniform. That's top shorts, socks and boots, and this is something very positive for us for the women's league and development.
So Kumar now has a new role, and this is only the recipe for his success in the future. Not to say a lot of hard work lies ahead. Indra Singh, FBC Sports.
Meanwhile, the Fiji under-20 football side was yesterday commended by Prime Minister Vorenge Bainimarama for gaining international recognition. Bainimarama praised them for acting as sports ambassadors for Fiji, as this is the first time in the nation's football history that a Fijian team has qualified for the FIFA World Cup. The Prime Minister gave the players $500 each to thank them for the win and for having Fiji recognized in soccer, not only in the region but globally as well.
Congratulate you for your success. And I have a little presentation there from his pocket to present you, to thank you for the win and having Fiji recognized in soccer, not only in the region but of course internationally.
That was your sports for this evening. It's back to Jackie now with business.
Habitat for Humanity and the European Union will be launching a project called A Sugar Build in Lambasa next week. The project involves building houses for families in the sugarcane belt. This is a 3-year project and some houses have been built in the Western Division. The new houses in Lambasa will be constructed and Bulileka Koro. It's weather time now with Trish.
Thanks, Jackie. Let's take a look at today's map. Winds moving from the south towards the east, bringing in cool winds. Suva and Savu had partly cloudy skies in the morning with showers in the afternoon. The rest of the centers, Nani, Lotokamba and Lambasa, had fine weather all day long. Temperatures today, Suva had 27, Nandi 29, Lotoka 28, Ba 29, Savu 26, and Lambasa with 30. Cool winds again for tonight. The coolest Singatoka with a very chilly 13, Ba, Lotoka and Nandi with a 14. Tomorrow's forecast, Suva and Savu, you folks can expect cloudy skies in the morning and scattered showers toward the afternoon. Nandi, Lotoka, Ba and Lambasa can expect fine weather. For mariners, a strong wind warning remains in force for all Fiji waters. East to southeast winds 20 to 25 knots. This is our picture of the day from the very beautiful Lelubia Island, taken by our FBC News journalist Chanel Shivan. If you have pictures you'd like to share with us, we'll send them in to citizenseyes@fbc.com.fj.
Thanks so much for that, Trish. Recapping our headlines, 2 senior civil servants resigned to contest September elections. After many years of planning, Navua to be finally declared a town, and Fijian President Ratu Epeli Nalatikau continues 3-week tour of Europe. Now on to our Fijian Speak segment. The question this week, what makes a good leader?
Can we lead these people and fight for country? A good leader should be honest and patriotic.
We need an honest leader who can run this country well. If he or she is not honest, the country won't progress.
Meanwhile, you can send us newsworthy pictures and videos on email citizenseyes@fbc.com.fj or share it with us via Facebook page FBC News. And if you're on Twitter, follow and tweet us your news tips at FBC News or simply hashtag FBC News. And to receive the latest headlines on your mobile phone, text subspace FBC to 777. That's all for tonight. Good evening.
Gold FM is #1 here in Sigatoka.
Gold FM is our favorite radio station here in Waltaka.
Gold FM is #1 in Nel.
I love listening to Gold FM in Ba.
We love listening to Gold FM, only the classic hits here in Suva. Hear about Coca-Cola, you immediately think of gold. I'm Josephine Sabi and I love hearing Gold FM.
Gold FM, only the classic hits.